What's up, everybody? It's Neverland Nate from the Drunk Disney Dads, or I am someone impersonating Neverland Nate from the Drunk Disney Dads. I will let you decide that later, depending on my actions this evening. I also have for Sean.
Hey, what's going on, Nate?
Look at that. You got the whole bar going on in the background and everything.
I just got to quick go fix that.
The TV, we're not going to tell everybody how we flex.
You don't want commercials going on here.
Oh, Sean made a drink.
I like.
You made your drink.
I did make my drink.
What did you make?
So I went very basic. I did a Cuba Libre, which is typically a rum and coke with a lime slice. But because I'm getting old and if I drink caffeine after like 4 p.m., I'll be up all night, I decided to use root beer. So it's rum and root beer with a lime.
Look at that. You are the best DDD. We are being told by Face Book Use Air coming straight from Paris, France.
And today we're going with Aquatica and Sea 12, which I know it's sacrilegious to dump good rum with Coke or root beer, but you know what? The hell with y'all, I do it.
I was actually going to make my drink with Appleton 12 as well, but I went a different direction because I'm not sure how this is going to turn out, and I didn't want to waste good rum on it just in case.
Just so everyone knows at home too, you can see my bar in the background. This right here, Nate myself made this in one day, 24 hours. It's a part of a boat with a kraken octopus creature crawling out of it. You can kind of see like the tentacles here and over there somewhere. I'm doing this backwards. And every 30 minutes, a different mini show starts. So at some point tonight, we might see some light flickering and stuff. So we'll see what happens.
Oh, we're gonna have a show tonight.
It's on. So
what I'm really waiting for is that little fishing globe above your head to fall. That's what I'm waiting for. It's guys, if you could see it, it's literally being held on by the tiniest thin piece of thread known to man. And the fact that it swings like that every night because of the fans that are constantly going. If you see on the top left of Sean's screen right now, you can see that piece right there.
This thing.
Oh, it's Josh O'Neill. He's just kissing your ass because he finally shipped your mugs after 6 months.
Hey, I can't wait to put it next to the other one that's up there.
No, you should have had two. Did you get both? Because I got 2 shipping notifications today.
I might have. It's been 4 years. I don't know. I don't remember.
It's been 84 years.
It's been a long time. It's like Christmas. I don't even know what I ordered, so I'll get a random box and be like, "Ooh, what's this?"
See, I don't know who Face Book is. We know that one is Josh because of his comments.
Right.
But I don't know who that one was. All right, so I'm going to get down to it. So I'm going to use Cutwater pineapple flavored rum.
Good stuff.
We're going to do a shot of this. We're going to do 1 ounce of this.
Okay? And then drink it?
I am not going to break it. So we're going to do 1 ounce of that.
See this amazing Orlando, Florida t-shirt?
Yeah, I saw that. What gift shop did you pick that? Did you get that at the airport when you dropped Gino off today?
No, so this is prior to that. So I was doing Uber today, and I picked up this family from the Florida Mall and dropped them off at the outlet malls. As soon as I dropped them off, there's a mom and 2 kids, and one of the kids, they were older, but one of them was in a wheelchair.
Okay.
So his brother, lifted him up, put him in the car, put the wheelchair in the back, and everything was fine. As soon as we got to the outlet, it poured. And I'm talking, you can't even see yourself pouring. It was that hard.
I know. We were at
we'll stay inside until it stops raining. And I'm like, you realize that this is not a mall that's inside. This is a mall where you walk outside store to store.
Right.
Like, I'm like, yes, this is an outlet. They were from Spain, so they weren't understanding the concept of it.
Sure.
So all I had was one umbrella with me. So I'm like, you know what? I'll bring the mom in with the umbrella. I'll come back. We'll get the wheelchair inside, and then you can just grab your brother and carry him in. Because it was literally like I parked right next to the front door.
Okay.
Well, this umbrella is like a small kid's umbrella for one person. So I'm holding over the mom, getting soaking wet. Come back. I'm holding over the brother in the wheelchair so it doesn't get wet. I am literally feel like I jumped in a swimming pool. I was that wet.
Wow.
And I was so uncomfortable. Ambulance.
Like there?
It's like on the cross street.
Oh, okay.
But I was soaking wet. My car was wet. It was so cold. The AC blasting. So I'm like, I need to change, and I had nothing to change into. So I stopped at one of those like $1.99 Disney stores, like
Sure.
on International Drive, and this is the first shirt I saw was Orlando, Florida.
Hey, for $1.99, that's not half bad.
Well, I got it because it had like the teal on it. I'm wearing teal shorts, so it kind of matched.
Gotcha.
And then when I picked up Gina, she goes, "Ooh, I really like that shirt." I'm like, "Well, I got it because it was $1.99 and I was soaking wet."
Now you should just buy a whole bunch and keep them in the back of your car.
And then it's like, for once, they were there right on time. Like normally
Nice.
they're a little bit late, but they were there at 6 o'clock on the dot waiting for me. And they're like, "Oh, did you wait long for us?" I'm like, "Actually, I was inside eating dinner by myself at Beach and Cream." So it worked out well.
All right. Hold on. We'll get to all these questions in a second. Let me make this before all this ice melts because Florida. Then we're going to do 1 ounce of 4-year rum Barbancourt, which that's like my go-to if I'm going to make quick drinks. I think this stuff is actually really good. But my trick tonight is I'm going to, instead of using juices or anything like that. Hi, Crystal. All right, that was you drinking smashes right now.
Smashes. Ooh, coconut water. Good
I'm
stuff.
going to use coconut water because I figured that's going to balance well with the pineapple.
I'm not a fan of coconut water in general, but in a mixer, it's pretty good.
I hope so because that's what I'm going to drink right now. So I'm going to do 2 ounces of that. I'm going to do a 1/2 ounce of orgeat.
Orgeat. Orgeat.
Orgeat.
Origami.
Origami. I'm drinking origami tonight. Awesome mojito. I really wish I knew who these people were. Smashes Sunday Fun Day. Yes, I did see that you did more running this morning, Crystal, and then you had a pool day. And then someone said that they had a drink for you, and you said you were on your way. So I'm hoping
You
that.
need to use your laptop to run drunk as dad, but then have your phone open to see comments. So you can see the people's names.
Gotcha. Well, I'm watching the Red Sox game, which isn't going very well, so I might as well watch this. Let me turn the volume down so it doesn't go bleep, 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 bleep. All right, hold on. No, okay, hold on. Let me finish doing this first. And then I'm going to do 2 dashes of bitters because more alcohol is better than no alcohol.
Well, you brought your bar inside it, too?
Well, after the humidity kicked back up, I figured why sweat out there? I would have had to turn all the fans on and off.
It's actually pretty bad right now, humidity-wise. I mean, I got a fan going, so it's pretty.
Hold on, let me get this out of here.
Yeah, so if you're down in Orlando and you have a free night, let me know. You can come check out the Costco Rum Tiki Bar. It's just a fabulous place.
Pretty much every Friday except for September 2nd. September 2nd, we'll be in a different place.
Well, I mean, we canceled happy hour till August 5th. I'll be going to Wisconsin. Nate's driving up to Wisconsin for my anniversary party. It's gonna be a good time. Yeah, August 5th we'll resume the happy hours. So
big road trips coming up. Going to be all over the country. All right, so let's see how this tastes.
Cheers.
I could definitely drink that. The bitters kind of takes away from the overpowering of coconut water. I know what you mean because it's supposed to be so healthy. It's supposed to be a good rehydrating for you.
Right.
The pineapple is pretty much gone after adding the bitters to it. The orgeat kind of gives it that smooth taste to it, but it's actually pretty damn good. My tiki bar background is right over there through my bedroom sliding door. There's 2 ways to get into there. There's through the living room and then through the bedroom, and then in the family room there's another way in there, but we blocked that door because it's being a pain in the neck. So, Sean, Sean, is that a TV or a picture frame? That thing is awesome. Looks right out of Trader Sam's.
It's actually a TV built in a fake wall, and it usually does have a Trader Sam's window playing. But tonight, I guess YouTube wants to throw in a shit ton of ads because ads.
Hi, Crystal.
10 seconds.
What's that?
Yeah, in 10 seconds, the TV will go back to Trader Sam's. But above it, we have a projector across the room projecting the flames and lighting up the SMITE sign, but I can change that. I have like quite a few different things that I programmed for it. So
yeah, Sean does sick light programming, and that's something I never knew about Sean.
Yes. And if you look behind me, like we have all these, let's see if we can kind of see, like all these like pixel lights that change colors and stuff. So right now they're the flame ones.
And
so
those go around every single one of his window facade things.
Yeah. And then we have like some decor up here. We have the shrunken heads way up there. We got some mugs, bunch of stuff that people donated. There's the actual bar. Like I said, I mean, you can see back there the restock of liquor. We do get a lot of liquor, and all the liquor is down there.
We go through more.
So we do have a fully stocked bar. We have beer, wine, mixers, and then a close up of there's my Bob, Mr. Bob. But here's the Kraken. You can see one of the tentacles holding a rum bottle. Here's another tentacle.
Yep.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And more decorations. It's for hippos if you find them in the trees.
Yeah.
So here's a close up of the TV. And yes, every 15 minutes, it either rains or the volcano erupts.
Yep. We try to make it coincide with the volcano eruption programming that happens. But Sean has 3 separate programs that happen right now. And again, it took Sean 8 hours to do the light programming, including the tentacle moving and things like that.
So here's Valentine's Day. It's a bunch of hearts and stuff. We have St. Patrick's Day, Lucky You, Easter. We have like a spacey Star Wars, just another Star Wars. 4th of July. Got some Pride going on here. So we have all different features we can do. But yeah, I programmed all of it. It's tedious, takes a lot of time, but I love doing it and it's fun. So that's cool.
It almost took as long as us. So the way that the tentacle moves is it's hooked to a generic simple fan, small desktop fan, and we actually had to go in because we burnt one motor out the first 2 hours we were working on it. We had to go in, take the fan apart, and there's the stem that sticks through the center of the fan itself, and that's what spins the actual blades. So we had to cut that off, but the only thing that we had was a tiny little skill saw with a plywood cutting tooth on it, and we just sat, and then we were like, "That's not working." So we had what do you call those saw? The coping saw. So we had a coping saw strip that we wrapped our hand with the bag end of a of a saw with, because that's the best grip we could get on it. And literally by hand, we cut that thing. It took us about 45 minutes, I think, of just solid cutting the thing off, just so that the tentacle will move this much.
It may or may not happen. We'll find out.
All right. Heather listened to me and ended up buying the Landry's card while she was standing in front of T-Rex when they told her it was a 3-hour wait. And then they sat her like 15 minutes. Thank you very much. Hi, Nicole. I am Neverland Nate, and that is Skipper Sean. There it is.
Welcome to our shenanigans.
All right. Who else do we have that we have to answer to? Well, not answer to, but respond to. Okay, good. Josh is not here yelling at us anymore. All right. So one thing I wanted to talk about today was, and it happened. We were down at Disney Springs today, and we decided to go to Chef Art. Oh, wait a minute. Which one is it?
What happens?
Let's see if it works.
Oh, yeah, kind of.
It's a
work in progress.
It's still a work in progress. We do have to carve a little bit more out of the ship that I ended up staining and burning. So all of those slats you see, I actually burned with the torch in my garage, and then I stained it, brought it over to Sean's the next morning, and we worked on it from 10 until 4:50 because happy hour started at 5 o'clock, and we didn't stop the entire day. That's all we did was cut wood. Sean put together the eye and the light behind it. The night before, we were at his house until probably 10:30 at night, putting the lights up so that they would flash. Sean did all the programming for it. So
one little thing that it's hard to notice, but you can kind of see like a vine up there, like a brown vine with some leaves across it.
yeah,
That is where we have 37 extension cords hiding.
37 extensions. Right.
So
Yeah. That,
for, as you can tell, a 30-second show. 8 hours of programming.
30-second shows. It's
three 30-second shows took 8 hours to program. So.
All right. So went to Disney Springs today to pick up the annual pass holder magnets, and we were with Tom and Gary. We decided we were going to have some drinks while we were down there. I brought one myself. I don't have my Tervis in here, but we got there and we went to Chef Arts. We figured we would start there. We went to Chef Arts because they have that refillable squeeze bottle. So you pay $25 for it up front, but it's only $15 to refill it every time you go. And what Chef Arts is known for is their moonshine cocktails, and they're pre-made. I think they have 4 different flavors. First of all, we walked right in. Okay, the outside bar was not open, but we went into the inside bar because they have a separate inside bar from the main bar. Went in there. We were like, all right, let's do it because we live here. We come down to Disney Springs. It'll be fun just to come back and fill it up. So I got whatever the blue one was. And Tom got the same thing, and Ray got the strawberry one. It was ridiculously strong, but after the first sip, I really, it was tough to drink. It was so. They make their own lemonade. So they squeeze their own lemons. They have a lemon pressing machine, and one kid just sits there and just keeps putting lemons in it, and it makes it lemon juice. So that's what they added to it. The amount of heartburn that I had after the first sip, I literally got through half the drink. And that's when we went over to Stargazers because we did see the storm pushing in. Stargazers, for those of you who don't know, bye, Crystal. Golf cart rides awaiting. See you fellas soon. Absolutely, Nicole. Blue Hooch, Tom says. Yeah, thanks for stopping by. I have a golf cart in my garage. I drive it to the pool like 3 times a week.
Yeah.
Have fun on your golf cart ride. Yep, Blue Hooch. It absolutely destroyed me. And obviously, but a lot of people know that I do have acid reflux issues. So I was having a really, really tough time choking that thing down. I got through about half of it. Like I said, we were waiting outside of Stargazers for them to open. They open at 4. So if you don't know what Stargazers is, it's if you see Planet Hollywood down at Disney Springs, there's a bar below it that's completely covered, except they have an open front that you can go in. The rain started at 3:59. They had the rope down, so we ran in and just hung out there for the extra minute. And we ended up getting beers there and hanging out. We had Gary ordered a pretzel and stuff like that. And the rain lasted, I mean, it was coming down sideways. I mean, it was
literally pouring.
So Disney Springs, and it wasn't really that busy today. There were a lot of people there, but it wasn't.
I'm surprised because the theme parks today were packed. Like Aquatica, Sea World hit capacity.
Yep.
Universal was limiting to hotel guests and annual pass holders only. So they're not selling like walk-up tickets anymore today. Right. And Disney had no reservation, so every theme park was packed today.
Yeah, Springs was very easy to walk around. I sent you a picture earlier. We were in front of the World of Disney, and there was 6 people that we could see, maybe.
That's really
weird. Yeah, it wasn't.
I was there Friday. It was the Friday night I went there, right?
Yeah.
I believe, yeah, Friday night I went there, and it was packed. Like, really packed. So we left and went down to Boardwalk. Boardwalk was way less busy. But
right. But it went from seeing a lot of people coming and going, you seen them coming out of the orange garage because you can see the escalator from there, to no, like there was no one except for under every overhang. So STK we could see from where we were. You look up and you see STK, and there's like people like holding on to the wall because the rain's just coming at them. Some people made it down to Enzo's Hideaway and was like hiding under there. And that was it. It was like ghost town. Droves of people leaving, running to the garages. Once it stopped though, it still remained cloudy for a little bit, and we were going to head over to, because it was, by that time it was about 20 past 5, and we all wanted to leave by 6 o'clock. But we wanted to go get one more drink. We were going to run over to City Walk. City Work, excuse me, or to Splitsville, whatever had openings. But then we were just like, it's 5:30. By the time we get there and get back, it was going to be well after 6. So we ended up just leaving, and it's a good thing we did. Not because it rained, but because when that sun came back out, it was like, I can't even imagine how the people that got soaking wet walking around were feeling. It was so humid. So then just came back home and decided I was going to try to make a drink. Whoops. And not break. I almost broke a bottle right there. That would have been funny. But yeah, and now we're having drinks, and all right. So what did we do this week? Yesterday we went to SeaWorld.
went to SeaWorld all night. Kind of a washout, but we still had a lot of fun there.
Yeah, no, the rain came, and they have the Arctic bar. Is that what it's called? Did we figure that out yet? It's the one right next to Icebreaker. Glacier Bar. Super awesome bartenders that work there. They have the Coke machines where you can select what you want, what flavor, the freestyle machine they call it.
Right.
But they ran out of ice. So everybody's got their refillable mugs and no ice whatsoever. But we ended up hanging out there. People were ordering drinks from the bar. And we were with, I don't know, there was probably 15 of us, with kids, probably 20. We were just
a big group, a fun group though.
Yeah. And we got there a little after 4, probably, because after 4 o'clock at SeaWorld for annual pass holders, you get the free, or we had vouchers for the quick queues.
Yeah.
So we could have gone on any ride. Shortly after we got there, maybe an hour after we got there, the weather moved in. Didn't start raining until about 6, I'd say. And the kids just ran out in the water. I mean, it was lightning everywhere, thundering, pouring rain, and the kids were just out there getting completely drenched. And we were waiting for the electric ocean
nighttime spectacular adventure extravaganza.
So that usually starts around 7:30. We stayed in the bar area until the rain had actually stopped, and then we decided all to go walk over there. We did. We were under an overhang again because there was still a little bit of rain coming down. So it's in a pavilion. So covered pavilion, all like probably 60 or 70% of the seats were just full of people waiting for the show to start, which is kind of on this big concrete slab down there. Huge trusses with lights. If you saw Sean's video last night, he went live from it, and you see what the lights do. Once it starts to get a little bit dark, lights start going. Performers come out. They've got guys on BMX bikes who do crazy tricks. They've got ambassadors, all
groups. They have a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, they do a lot of stuff, but they weren't letting people down onto the area. They kind of squeegeed enough area for the performers to come out and like do their thing. Their sound system's ridiculous. A lot of low end. I mean, it's kind of like a nightclub, kind of a vibe there. So the kids all sat down in the front row waiting to go out because they all wanted to dance. We like to go out there and just have a good time and hang out, dance around and stuff like that. What do we have going on now, Sean? Was that just a blink?
Yeah, every once in a while the lights just blink.
Hello, Flash Book. But yeah, no, that was SeaWorld. We did have some fun there. Then we went over to our friend Brian's house after that, who lives in the building right next to Sean, 2 buildings down from Sean.
Yep.
So we hung out there for a little while and then came home, fell
asleep.
Until
like 2:30 in the morning.
Yeah, I left at 2:07. Who's counting though? But on the way home last night, where I hadn't been drinking. I had stopped drinking for a while, and there was a really bad, like a car had gone off the road into a ditch, knocked over like all the street signs approaching this corner, and there was like 5 cops that were sitting there. So that was pretty terrible. I'm hoping that everybody was all right in that situation. The day before that, so that would have been Friday, we ended up at Aquatica. We stayed there for a couple of hours in the afternoon. And then that was what else did we do Friday night? What happened after Aquatica?
Well, I went and met a coworker.
Oh yeah, you went to you had to meet Clint. Oh no, we went to Polly.
Yeah. We did go to
Yep.
Poly for a bit.
We went to Polly. Sean had to go pick up a client and take them to the airport. So it was me and Ray, Kellen and Finn and Carrie. We ended up going over to the quiet pool, and we just waited for somebody to open up the door. We walked in and sat under the covered area by the bar over there. We had gotten drinks from Tamboo, and we ended up going over there with Mick Ultras, and then we had a couple more there, and the kids went swimming, met new friends, and they were all like swimming and having a good time. And then we were like, hey, we should probably start heading back to the Poly because my credit card was still there. So I figured I should probably go settle up at some point.
Yeah.
Went back there. Sean showed up. We all shared another drink. I had a 44 Mai Tai from Walter, who made it absolutely killer. He did a fantastic job at that. The girls had Lapu Lapus, but without the pineapple. So they'll make this drink called the Lapu Lapu. I think it's the most alcohol drink they make, but they fill an actual frozen pineapple. Like they core out the pineapple and then they fill it with random.
We should have a Mai Tai contest sometime. Like everyone submit a Mai Tai recipe, like an original recipe.
Yep.
And we'll make them and try them.
Yeah.
When we go to bars, we always order a Mai Tai just to see how they're going to make it.
Yeah.
And it's usually going to be filled with juice, topped with grenadine, which is completely wrong. But
yeah, no.
It's you get surprised and you see them like add the rum and some oranges, simple syrup alive, and then you're like, wait a minute.
Right. And it's like pineapple juice, papaya. That's like orange juice. How many more juices can we put in this? So yeah, there's actually no juice except for lime juice in an actual Mai Tai. That's the only thing. There's 2 ounces of lime juice. That's it. No orange, no cranberry. No, and we were at Stargazers today, and the waitress was telling us, okay, so you can order these drinks, and they were $19.99. I think it was called like Blackbeard's Mai Tai. But I'm reading and I'm like, oh, okay, white rum, okay, lime juice, okay. What? And it was like passion fruit syrup and orange juice and pineapple juice. And I'm like, this is not a Mai Tai. This is just a cocktail with rum. And then it said a dark rum floater. And I was like, oh, it's probably going to be Myers. It's not going to be
Myers.
Right.
Disney loves Myers for some reason. They put that as a floater on everything. Like, you want a gin and tonic? We're going to throw a Myers dark rum floater on top of it. Like,
right. Yeah, right. What else did we? What was Thursday?
We do need to come up with a delicious drink containing gin because I inherited almost a case of gin.
Hold on.
I'm not a big gin fan, so we need to come up with a gin cocktail.
Hold on.
Some of this gin.
Because
the islands are delicious.
So Mike's having issues with the baby's tummy tonight and having a little bit of acid reflux. So his drink is that he was going to make tonight is 2 ounces of gin, preferably Empress, 1 ounce of lemon juice, a half ounce of orgeat, and 3 dashes of bitters. Now, I am not a gin fan, but
hang on. I'm going to go behind the bar and we're going to make that right now.
Oh, fantastic. I'm actually going to name this drink because he didn't name it, and I'm going to call it Lizard's Tummy. That's the name of this drink. It's called Lizard's Tummy. And that's Mike, I don't care what you say. That's what it's going to be. Gin is like Christmas trees. Ray, try this drink.
All right. What do we got again?
Okay, 2 ounces of gin.
Okay. It's not the recommended type, but
Ray can confirm that my drink is actually tasty.
Okay.
1 ounce of lemon juice.
Yeah, that's a lot of lemon juice, but we'll go with it.
It sure is. I have to go take a Tums watching you do this.
Okay, and unfortunately, I do not have any fresh lemons to squeeze, so we're using actual bottled lemon juice.
That's all right. We'll forgive you.
I'm assuming that's like a 1-to-1, though.
I'm sure it is.
Keep refrigerated after opening. It's been sitting off for probably about a year now. So
all right. Well, I mean, fermenting. So now it's like 40 proof.
Okay, what else?
Half ounce of orgeat.
Orgeat. Let me grab my orgeat.
Oh, and I use water as the mixer.
Right.
Yep. and it has 2 dashes of bitters.
And 2 dashes of bitters.
Nope, 3. For his, I was just telling Ray what was in my drink.
3 bitters.
3 bitters.
I gotta find my bitters.
Well, they should be bitter. Well, we brought them over to the. Oh, we're gonna get to that after you make this drink. We'll make the announcement.
Okay, so yeah.
1, 2.
1, 2, 3. Okay.
There you go. All right, now just I guess you could probably just stir it up.
Not gonna lie, I'm scared.
Well, Mike is a bartender. He's an he used to work at Tiki Bar up in what Jacksonville, Sacraville, Jacksonville. All right, there we go. You will stir it up first.
So do I have to do like that lady, like lick the thing and just down it?
You have to lick it. You have to swirl and down it.
Okay. All right. So 2 things off the bat. I'm not a big fan of bitters, and you can definitely taste the bitters.
Okay.
But it's not like super overpowering like bitters can be.
Right.
Taste wise, it's actually being straight up gin with just some syrups and stuff. It's pretty delicious. Like
really?
The lemon juice cuts it a lot. Because gin can often be like that pine needly taste or very like
it's
earthy.
Christmas tree.
Yeah, it definitely cuts that down a lot. The orange helps as well. The only downfall is I now need like 18 tongues. I literally just got
lemon juice.
Lemon juice.
Right.
Although this is going to be really good if you are prone to kidney stones, because the lemon juice helps dissolve them. So if you get kidney stones, this would be a cocktail for you.
Do you think that if you if you had a lemon and instead of using actual lemon juice, if you just used the shavings from it, like if you were to just
No,
might help it more? No,
I don't think so. Plus, I mean, this would definitely be way better if you had fresh lemons compared to a bottled juice that's been sitting outside for a year. Because it's just like overly tart. It's kind of like a lemon taste to it, not like a real lemon.
Okay.
Hi, kids. There's kids outside right now.
Yeah, that's one thing about Sean's bar is when happy hour starts at 5, he has a good vantage point to the left of him and out to the front and to the right of him. So when people pull up, or if there's people that live in his neighborhood that are walking by and stuff like that, everybody gets invited. And
so we've had 5 people legit today, new people I've never seen walk by, and everyone of them, I love your patio. That's so awesome.
You're like, yep, Friday. You gotta wait till Friday.
But we do. Anytime we see new people walk by, we always invite them in for a drink or a shot. It's about 50-50 on who actually takes us up on the offer.
Yep.
Sometimes they come and spend the night. Not spend the night, but stay all night.
Right.
And then they come back 2 weeks later for a follow-up. So
yeah, Sean's happy hours, it's not 5 to 7 like a normal happy hour, or 4 to 6 or 4 to 7, whatever it is. Sean's happy hours go all night.
5 to 2 in the morning.
Yeah. It gets pretty wild. But the other thing is that obviously we're drunk Disney dads. Everybody has kids. So people come over, they bring their kids, and all of a sudden there's 15 kids in the living room playing tablets, playing video games, watching TV. Sean has 2 stand-up arcade games as well. Yep. Kids can play with the multiple games and things like that. So it's a lot of fun. Yeah, so in the
Orlando laser tag, they run outside in the dark, play laser tag.
And of course, Sean is also SD Transport, which if you see our posts when we put them up and things like that, I do try to put everybody out there that is a sponsor. And so if you ever need rides around to the parks or anything like that, I mean, hell, you went to Sanford today. You went to Sanford Airport.
So quick story about that. I picked the people up at the Sea World Hilton Hotel.
Yep.
Driving to MCO. Something that's to be another quick airport run. It's about 20 minutes. And on the way, I always ask them, which airline are you flying? So I know if I can go to Terminal A, Terminal B, or whatever. And they're like, we're flying Allegiant. And I'm like, are you sure about this? And they're like, yes. I'm like, you know you're going to the Orlando airport, correct? And they're like, yes. I'm like, you realize Allegiant does not fly out of Orlando airport.
No.
Like, where do they fly out of? I'm like, Stanford Orlando airport. They're like, oh, isn't that where we're going? I'm like, no. You put in the wrong airport. Your airport is 45 minutes away, not 20 minutes away.
Right.
And this is literally at 1 o'clock. Okay. The flight was at 3.
Oof.
The flight left at 3.
Right.
So they should have been there already, and we're just leaving Orlando. So they didn't get there till like 1:45.
Yep.
So they had an hour and 15 minutes before their flight actually took off. And normally they close the gates 15 minutes early.
Sure.
If not long, like sooner. So thank God the Stanford airport is not even nearly busy as Orlando. So they probably got right in, like, checked their bags, and they probably had plenty of time. But
right.
Thank God I asked them. Otherwise, I would have dropped them off at MCO and they would have missed their flight.
Well, wouldn't have been your fault though.
No, it wouldn't have.
Right. They said MCO.
They did not want to drive out to Stanford, but it is what it was. I brought them.
So Sean, let's tell everybody about what's going on. What we are undertaking a new venture.
So it's a work in progress right now, but if you go to www.traveltikibar.com, we are starting our own mobile traveling tiki bar in the Central Florida area, where we will bartend private events for you. We're going to have a bar setup that we will bring with us, and we have all these different options as far as you need us supply liquor, if you supply the liquor, if you need just the bartender or whatever you need. We customize whatever it is that you need, and we've done a few parties already that were extremely successful. And these are just people that we knew that said, hey, we know you guys like to bartend. Do you want to bartend at our party? So we did, and I couldn't tell you how many people asked us for business cards. And like, we are doing this for fun. Like, we don't have business cards. And then we talked about it, like, we need to make this a thing, because especially in the Windermere area, people have money, so they throw ridiculous parties, and it's a service that's definitely needed. So I'm hoping by mid-August.
Like, if you're doing a party and stuff like that, like, you want to host. If it's going to be at your house, or if you rent out a hall or something like that, you want to host. You don't want to bartend the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
That's why Sean during happy hour, Sean has his cutoff time. And when Sean's cutoff time happens, then I go behind the bar and I make drinks for a while so that he gets a break. But no, that
5 to 11, and at 11 o'clock I'm done. Like, at that point, you bartend yourself, or usually Nate will step back there. Carrie does once in a while. We had Becky back there one night.
Yeah.
And it's funny, the people that never bartended before have no clue what they're doing, and they make horrendous drinks. And it is what it is. And the next day I go, and all my bottles are all over the place, not where I want them.
Sure.
When I bartend, I'm like, I have my thing set up in a certain way where I can just literally grab bottles without looking, and I know exactly what I'm grabbing. So if I grab something and it's what I want.
Front rail is your go-to.
What's that?
Your front rail is your go-to, especially for shots.
It is. The front rail is my go-to. It's where I have most of my liqueurs and stuff. So a lot of the mixers, and then the top shelf is the common items. Like, we have our captains up there, stuff that I need a lot that I don't feel like turning around or going behind me to grab.
The vodka up there
is a bookcase with, like, filled with rums and bourbons and stuff.
That's the Nate bookcase, or the Nate
bookcase. Yeah.
the rum shelf back there.
Yep. So then, like I said, underneath the bar, we have all the liqueurs, our whiskeys, tequilas, brandies, gins, you name it, we have it.
Yep. Also, remember, guys, we do have a lot more Drunk Disney Moms and Drunk Disney Dads shirts that I posted the other day of what sizes we had left. I think we just got rid of the last double XL today. Yeah, this morning. I dropped it off at the after hours, the slot at USPS today. So that's going out. So Bob, you'll be getting that one shortly.
Is it raining by you?
Is it raining? I don't see any rain happening.
It really is not nowhere to start pouring. Like, really? I was not expecting it. It's like, oh, it's raining.
Yeah, there were definitely a lot of clouds that popped up. So today it was moving southwest to northeast is how the storms were coming across the state today. Look, guys, down here, it is crazy. You will have storms that go from
Every
east to west. We'll have them come south to north, all in the same day. Like they
Yeah.
switch directions and just start firing. The
And
problem is because we're on the peninsula.
we have storms that come from both sides, and they always meet right in Central Florida, and that's when you get the pretty bad half-hour to an hour storm at 3 o'clock. And
So there'll be times where we're chatting and it's like, okay, there's a storm coming. Oh, their skies get super dark. It's thundering. 100. What did we hit the other day?
113 was our loudest thunder. We have a sound decimal reader. Compliments of our lovely neighbor who doesn't live here anymore. But we got a sound decimal reader, so we knew how loud we were being. And whenever it storms, we see how loud the thunder is. And 113 decimals was the loudest one that we've ever had so far.
It was loud. Yep.
Yeah.
Because we were standing
in Wisconsin.
Decibel reader, and I looked, and it went from like 90, 96, and then it like almost did like the error. It almost did like ERR, and it was like 11.3, and I was like, and it was, I mean, it shook everything. It was crazy. I remember we were at Sean's house for happy hour one night. It was early though. It was probably like around 8:30. A cop comes by, and we were like, "Oh, here we go, busting balls." Another cop drove, like they were just like right behind each other. Third cop stops. He's like, "Dude, that place is awesome." Yeah. So he doesn't get his balls busted too much.
Right.
I think
we even asked, like, "Are we being too loud?" They're like, "No, keep doing your thing." Like, all right.
One night it was like 12:30, and the neighbor upstairs has the same lanai setup. It just goes, "Sean, Sean," and we were like, "Oh, somebody's yelling." He goes, "Yeah." She goes, "Shut the fuck up." We were like, "All right, sorry."
And that was that. We were quiet. They were happy, and that doesn't happen that often, but it does happen.
But usually by that time, there's only about 4 or 5 of 6 of us left because people usually come for a couple of hours and hang out, and it's just like the regulars that are down there.
Yeah, we go hard from 5 to 10 p.m. At 10, we try to turn the music down till about midnight. There's still quite a few people here at 10. By midnight, it's just like our close friends and the regulars.
Yeah,
and it's kind of mellow, chill. We just kind of hang out and watch your sister.
Let's talk about that shot. So, folks, listen. There's a shot that has been developed, and it's been developed at Sean's Castle and Tiki Bar. We couldn't figure out how to get fucked up faster or more like potently, so we started doing 151 and it was A1 that we started with, but it started to curdle.
Yeah,
when we would do the shot, it got like chunky, so we were like, nope. So we just started with just straight wash your sister sauce. So it's half 151, half wash your sister. It tastes like you're doing a spicy steak that burns your throat when you.
So we thought this was gonna be a nasty shot. We're trying to think of a shot for whoever lost the bar dice game we're playing to take, and we tried it. We're like, this is surprisingly not bad.
It's not.
Like, and we did a lot of them that night, and we still drink them a couple times on a Friday night, and it's not bad. So yeah, it's really a shot glass of Worcestershire sauce with some 151 added, and it tastes like steak, and it burns, and it's good.
But it's not terrible. It's not like doing straight tequila, or something that some people don't like. Like, I'm not a big tequila person, but if you like, the thing I like about Sean's shots is that he makes things with like peach tree with another flavor added. Like, I don't like Jameson. I'm not a bourbon guy. It's just not my flavor. But he makes green tea shots that go down like little
good. Jameson, peach schnapps, sweet and sour mix, and some 7-Up. And it's probably one of our most popular shots that we serve at my bar, and when we do our private bartending, it's pretty popular once you get that out.
Fache book said fresh cut grass, Sean.
Okay, so there's a liquor store up in Green Bay, and they would always have like this value shelf that they would have random bottles of whatever for like $4.99, and it's called Aquatica or Odka, so it's like odd vodka, Odka.
Okay.
And they had a bunch of it, so I bought a bottle of each. They had butter popcorn, and it tastes like buttered popcorn. That one wasn't bad. They had wasabi, which was pretty gross and spicy. And then they had fresh cut grass. And I'm not even joking. It tastes like you have a mouthful of fresh cut grass. Surprisingly, though, if you mix it with some 7-Up,
Oh, stand by, everybody. Oh, it's the zombies?
Yeah, it's the zombie one. It's kind of hard to tell, but
Are the speakers on?
it's very quiet.
But you can
So
see.
what you don't hear, there's some like chanting going on with the sound. It's like some tribal chants and stuff, and then these lights turn. Oh, and it's done already.
There you go. See, 30 seconds.
30. That one was only like 24 seconds.
So Pat, Cardi stopped making 151 years ago.
They did.
So you have to go with any Don Q or who else?
Let me the one that we have.
Which one? Yeah. They stopped making it. I'm not really sure why. Peanut butter jelly, very, very easy to do as long as you have some kind of raspberry or strawberry liqueur, and obviously Screwball or your.
This one's pretty good.
Palms. Yep.
Palms 151.
Yep. As you can see, it's empty.
Be careful.
No one has a bar where your 151 bottle that you just got a few weeks ago is half empty. No one. No one uses 151 but us.
It's flammable, so you definitely want to be careful with it. Keep it away from open flames. I know people do flaming shots and stuff like that, which is all fun, but make sure you blow it out before you drink it. You don't want to burn your face. Not that I know.
That's a vodka Nate. Is that like a hashtag vodka Nate?
Fresh cut. It's disgusting.
Screwball is whiskey though, and I said
I think they're talking about fresh cut vodka.
Oh, the fresh cut vodka.
So there's a bar. It's somewhere in Orlando. I don't remember where. And on their menu, it said they have all the different drinks listed, and in the middle it says Tito's and vodka, and the cost is $1,000. And underneath it says, if you're stupid enough to order Tito's and vodka, we'll be happy to oblige and make it for you, but it's going to cost you $1,000 for your stupidity. Because I also catch myself saying, give me a Tito's and vodka instead of Tito's and soda.
Right.
It's a common mistake that people do all the time. So they're
well, we don't really have that mistake anymore because Scotty's Vodka is a proud partner and supporter of the Drunk Disney Dads, and we have been blessed by him for helping us out with multiple bottles of that to show other people that.
I was gonna bring out my Scotty's vodka bottle, but for legal reasons, we just didn't show it or talk about it.
That's right. Want to say what's up to Scotty's Vodka for getting us a boat flag. So we do have a boat flag that we will put on the boat once we buy it.
There's a hurricane coming. Is that like a hurricane flag?
Yeah.
Hurricane Scotty.
It tells you which way you need to drink the Scotties. So if it's going this way, you have to do a shot that way. If it hits you in the face, you have to do 2 shots. It's a new game. Just came up with it.
I see that Green Bay, Wisconsin is having a bad storm right now per my phone. So if you're up in Green Bay, family and friends, be careful. Stay inside.
Yeah, that was a.
Whoa. All right. Well, the storm just got here, Sean, because all of a sudden we just heard ba-boom and everything shook in the bedroom. So apparently whatever's let's show everybody what we deal with every day and what we. So if you don't have my radar, get my radar or your radar, however you want to call it. Oh boy. All right,
the best one.
Here you go. So that's where I am on that blue dot. Watch how it's cut. Here we go. So it is apparently going to demolish my house. And Sean lives right. It's hard to look right there. So that must be what you just got right there.
Yeah, that little blob.
This is going to come.
I didn't get lightning or thunder. I got just rain. So, but it'll be hitting me probably 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah, it's definitely turning into more yellow and red than. Dude, these are big thunder. I wish I had that. I wish I had that thing because it's shaking things in the house. Usually we just hear like the crack bang, that kind of stuff. This is like my belly.
That thunder we had. It sounded like someone was taking a sheet of metal and like going up and down like this. It's like rumbling. It's the weirdest sound for thunder. And we're like, what the hell is that? And we're probably gonna die.
I just thought it was in Compton and that somebody was doing a drive by with a. That's what it sounded like just outside. What, another storm in Central Florida? The crazy thing is, Pat, where I live is obviously I live in Claremont, and Claremont is the highest point in Florida, like on whatever the scale is that they call it, like the flood zone. We are a
Yep.
1 out of 10. A lot of the storms dissipate as they're coming into Claremont just because we're so much higher up from sea level. This one is not. It's actually building strength, so it's actually angry right now. Lisa says it's not that bad, so that's good. We don't want anybody getting hurt in storms, guys. And be careful in storms. You got like we were watching lightning last night at SeaWorld, and there was some stuff. There were some lightning bolts that were ridiculous.
I'm shocked that they had the rides running when they did, and like people on that thing, because you could literally see the thunder or the lightning like close by, and they're like, we'll take our chances. Disney, if it lightning's like
we're running around in puddles.
Like, if it lightnings in Alabama, Disney's gonna shut the whole park down because Disney's like overly cautious. Universal is about halfway there, like 10 miles, which take a break. SeaWorld, let's go.
6 miles, SeaWorld. You don't understand, like, lightning bolts are big. They're not just like 30 feet long. Like, they'll stretch 5 miles across the sky and hit things. And at SeaWorld, everything is tall. They have huge, big coasters. They have huge, big rides. It's crazy.
Central Florida is the lightning capital of the world, actually. So we have more lightning strikes, like sky to ground actual strikes, and they're intense. Like you see them, it's like, whoa, holy shit.
Yeah, we see like the red bolts, not just those pretty white ones that just go beep, beep, beep across the sky. We see the bang, bang, and then the thunder hits and you want to lay down because you're nervous, or be like Sean and just go run and jump on the couch through the door. That happens as well.
That did happen once. Okay, that was fucking loud and scary. So
that was loud and scary.
I always tell myself that sitting on the patio is going to protect me, even though it's literally doing nothing, especially when I'm like, my feet are up on a metal table.
Yeah.
But you just got to watch the storms roll by.
And those metal stools that are very, very close to the window, that helps as
well. So I've been sitting on one the last hour, and these are not comfortable. I don't see how you do Fridays.
Why do you think Gary and I stand up all the time?
Like, I'm always behind the bar standing, so I don't really sit on them that long, but...
Right. Oh, it's pouring out right now. I can hear it. Pouring and windy. Nice. Yep. It's going to be a fun ride. Oh, no, it's thundering again. Great.
So we need to schedule another Drunk Disney Dads at a hotel soon. That was fun when we went to the last one. What?
Saratoga?
No, when I was at I don't know what the hell. Where did I go? I was there around. No, the one I did Drunk Disney Dads at the hotel.
Riviera. You went to Riviera and then walked over to Caribbean.
Right.
All right. I mean, we can whenever you want.
You know what would be a fun one to do, because we always tend to talk about and go to the deluxe and sometimes Moderas.
Yeah.
Let's go to Valley. Let's go to Pop.
Pop. Right, exactly. Let's go to Pop, man. Pop is the most underrated, nice hotel down here.
It is.
All the rooms are redone. All their stuff is awesome. Like they're
my all-time favorite dessert at Disney can only be purchased at Pop Century. It is the tie-dye cheesecake. Yeah. It's like a layer of red velvet cake with a tie-dye cheesecake on top of it, and it's so good. The only bad part is you used to get a big, huge triangle piece for like $4.99. Now you get a little tiny round cup, and it's same price. Well, yeah, it's actually $6.99 now. So it went up in price. You get less of a piece, but it's still very good. So I don't usually get it.
Real quick before we end the stream, because we're at 55 minutes now. Tell us about your experience at Abracadabra, because you were at Abracadabra also on Friday night.
Yeah, so it's called Abracadabra. It's a magic themed bar at Boardwalk at Disney. It's pretty cool. They have picture frames on the walls that do stuff. They have like just magic decorations, and a lot of their cocktails are like fun, mysterious things. Like they have the smoke ones where you lift the glass up and like smoke comes pouring out. Yeah. They have one that is blue, and then as soon as you take a shot glass full of lemon juice and you dump it in, it magically turns purple in front of your eyes. So that's pretty cool. It's actually done with the butterfly pea flowers. It's a blue flower that you soak in alcohol, water, whatever, and it makes a tea. but if you add any type of citrus to it, it changes it to purple. So next time,
Skipper Christian told us about that night when he did our drink for us.
Yeah, and I actually have a bag of it here. I always forget I have it, so we should experiment and do some fun drinks with that. But no, it's a great bar
out there.
It's
ridiculous outside right now.
We were staring at the pictures, just kind of dazed out because it was late and we're getting tired. And my coworker that I was with, and he's like, "I think that guy just disappeared." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "There's no guy in that picture." And then all of a sudden, the guy reappeared. I'm like, "Holy shit, there was a guy." So we're kind of laughing about that. And then there's another one with a lady and by a moon. And I'm like, I know it does something. It's got to do something. So we're staring, and it never did anything. So I had to Google it, and it does. The lady disappears, and the moon turns into like a crescent moon. They must not have that one turned on, or we just didn't wait long enough. But no, it's definitely a cool place. It wasn't busy at all. They do serve appetizers as well, and it's connected.
Their truffle fries are amazing, and I'm not like a heavy. I don't know if you guys can hear that.
No, but it's dark.
You can't hear the rain either?
I mean, I can hear my rain.
Oh, right. I was hoping you'd be able to see it, but and hear it, because it is thundering, it is lightning and pouring rain. But yeah, truffle fries. I never had them before, but truffle fries were actually like, it was so good because it wasn't like over heavy or over rich or anything like that.
I think it's like a garlic parmesan truffle fry. And they're amazing. Today I actually, like I said, I ate at Beaches and Cream, which is at the Beach Club Resort. It's very small, so it's hard to get reservations for it because it's only like 20 tables inside, I think.
Right.
But I was there by myself, and they have a big counter, and they'll seat you at the counter. Counter spaces for walk up only. So I was able to walk up and go right in. But they have like your typical, it's not really 50s themed, but it's kind of like that themed. Great burgers and stuff. I actually got the French dip, and it was phenomenal. I did find it funny though, they classify their fries and tater tots as plant-based. But I mean, aren't all plant-based? I mean, they're potatoes. So
Sean, I think this is a good idea. Pat and I did this. We got to go to Strongwater Tavern.
Where's that? What is it? Never heard of it.
It's on Universal's property, but it's a rum bar, and they give you a rum, like a rum. What do they call it? A rum
white.
No, it's like a sommelier for wines, but it's just for rum.
Oh.
And they have the chef. I was asking about the yuca because they had yuca on the menu, and I'm only used to one kind of yuca. When I lived up in Maryland, when I used to go to work, there was a place across the street that served yuca, but it was just like a replacement for fries, but they were cut in big wedges. Oh, there you go. It's the captain's tour.
Okay.
The chef actually came out, and they served us the way that they prepare their yuca 3 different ways, and he came out just to talk to us about which we preferred. It was, but the rums, dude, I'm telling you, it was insanity. They have flights. Rum Captain. There you go. It's a Rum Captain.
Speaking of, we only have a minute, so we don't have time this episode, but next Sunday, you need to fill us in on how your little pirate rum tasting show experience went.
Oh, yeah. We'll talk about that.
I don't know what the hell it's called, but
that was
unique. It looked very unique. So you'll have to fill us in how that was.
Yeah.
And why waste their money on it?
It was, for what you got, it was pretty damn good. I was afraid because I'll just give you a quick insight. The first thing that they gave us was full of gold glitter. Like, it was gold glitter with rum in it and orange juice, I think.
Pineapple juice. Coconut rum and pineapple juice.
But I was really worried about what was going to be the next morning, how that was going to filter its way through my body. But no, it wasn't bad at all.
Solid gold.
Yeah, right. Exactly. All right, well, folks, it's 59, 49, 51, 52. We're getting storms. It's probably going to be pretty bad here for like the next 12 minutes because it's Florida and storms only last for 17 to 18 minutes.
My wife's probably inside freaking out because I'm not in and it's thundering now. So,
but have a good week. We will be. Sean and I will talk about it. We're going to go and do the Strongwater Tavern. There's got to be Wi-Fi there. We could probably bring the computer and grab a table or something like that and figure it out. But let's work on that. even if we just have to go Facebook Live from Drunk Disney Dads. But
Looks like I'm taking a Monday off.
maybe we could do it on a Saturday. Who knows? Switch it up a bit. That's Finn. He wants everybody to not see him. That's why he's. Hi, Finn. Say hi. Okay, he's just gonna dance. All right, guys. Have a good night. Be safe, and everybody work hard this week so that the weekend is a lot more fun for you. I don't know. Is that something you say? No. All right.
Whatever. It's a good exit. We'll go with it.
Fuck it.